Okay, so we are about to go see Arkan the Cruel, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yes.
Okay, you have his location. So, roll 2D. Well, actually, you have a location on, so it should be 2D6 this time because you actually have location.
2 and 4.
Okay, as you arrive with the stone in your possession, in at the location, the map says he wears the hand of evil, yet his goal remains just beyond his fingertips.
His goal
Goal.
remains just beyond his fingertips.
You know, like something you're trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And a dark tower looms on the horizon, its black spire rising hundreds of feet, its ramparts bristling with charred skulls mounted on iron spikes. The tower's apex splits into 5 narrower spires that jab at the sky like clawed fingers. Circling above the tower's peak is a great white dragon stained with ash and soot.
Were we given a description of Arkan before we left?
Nope.
Because we forgot to ask.
You weren't, no, also Uldrak wouldn't have known either.
Okay.
He just would know that Arkan exists.
Okay.
As he closes the tower, you notice figures shuffling up top its ramparts. Undead guards in various states of decay. So I'll say like you guys ride like this. And as this happens, we have the right miniature for this. It says you have a miniature for this. Technically not, but it's going to be fun to show you what your meeting looks like. Okay, so he's not there, I think. Anyway, never mind. Because you're not there either. No, he's not? Okay, cool. That's annoying. Another... No, okay. I'll show you his image. So, as you get closer, the dragon and roars out, yelling, "Oi, crawl!" And this appears, that I'm not covering.
Aww. It's like a radiated tortoise on steroids.
Note, that is an actual type of tortoise, not a tortoise that's been exposed to radiation.
Radiated, not irradiated.
As you guys approach, it comes out. As you guys approach, I'm assuming you guys get out of the thing and lock it up.
Yep.
He has a bunch of ghouls behind him who are munching on bones, staring at you guys hungrily. And, he says, "What brings you here?"
We come to make a bargain.
He makes the gesture for continuing for those of you who can't see.
Uldrak offers the stone in exchange for the vial of Tiamat's blood.
You're going to talk with the Arkan for that.
Yes.
And
yes, we are.
That is a... What the term is for that bloody thing? Orb of Dragonkind is what Telly calls it. He says, "You have an Orb of Dragonkind. I will take you to Arkan then."
Thank you. We fall in line behind him.
So, as this happens, you arrive and see... As you arrive there... In fact, you actually buy miniatures of Arkan and Trojandor, and even his Chimera and everything. You buy some really cool miniatures of Arkan, and even Kroll, which I'm really happy about. As you arrive, you see, let's just say, this is Arkan, I guess.
Okay. What does he look like?
Oh, one sec. as you arrive at the place, you see a colossal dragon skull leaning against a mountainside, surrounded by bones the size of houses. Acrid smoke rises from the skull's maw. A military tent has been pitched among the bones, and parked next to it is a two-wheeled infernal war machine. Gathered around this tent are a dozen chattering reptilian humanoids with gleaming swords, white scales, and white leathery wings. Arkan and looks like this.
Oh, like a red dragonborn.
And this also comes out with to see you guys along with him.
Okay. Was that a minotaur?
Yes.
Well, shit, we haven't had a lot of luck with him. Oh, sorry, language.
No problem. Okay, I'm just going to use this as the Minotaur's stat block, or miniature.
Okay.
I think that's what, yeah.
Would you like to use the actual minotaur?
Oh yeah, I have a Minotaur. Minotaur. It's funny because it's actually charred. Kroll says, Arkan the Cruel. And then Arkan says, Kroll, what brings you here with these beings? And then Kroll says, they want to make a deal with you. I would not dare speak on their behalf or on yours, so I'll leave this to you. And I'll go back to guarding your tower, sir. He merely heads out.
We'll just go with him?
Yep. Well, he would have left them behind after, so it would have just been him and us.
Okay.
Get. Fun fact, these things love to just cooperate. Uncooperate. Not cooperate. The word for that. So, who wants to speak?
If nobody else is interested, Ali will do it.
I was just busy examining everything as quietly as he can, because he's really interested in this. And Hazir, so I'll say Alan's up here, and Hazir's busy keeping an eye on him to make sure there's nothing wrong, and her by subtly to make sure she doesn't start a fight or anything.
Okay, but Eisen is too engrossed in what's going on. He is not suitable to.
Yeah. Usually you start a conversation and be like, so what are you doing here, and why, or how? How are you managing it? Also, he gets things really engrossed in Arkan's hand as well.
Okay.
You notice like how his hand is like glowing green?
Okay.
It's like a withered human hand too, by the way you notice.
Alrighty.
Hint, hint.
Okay. Can you pause?
And we're back. Okay, so. Alan was about to explain why we're here.
Hello. We've been sent by Uldrek the Titan to offer you an exchange. He has offered this orb of dragonkind in exchange for your vial of Tiamat's blood.
I see. He thinks for a few minutes or a few seconds and then says, this is worth much to me. I would give you it if you would also grant me the sacrifice of a good aligned creature.
The sacrifice?
Yep.
Meaning literally the death?
Yep. At this point,
that's not ours to offer.
At this point, Isaac goes, ooh, and he looks back at us and says, okay. And goes back to thinking, goes back to trying to think about things. So, Varine nods vehemently, and that is not ours to offer.
Okay.
And Hazir, how are Flick and Cassandra reacting?
Cassandra is firmly on the not ours to offer fence, and Flick is hoping that this was a test.
He says, then we are at an impasse. Hazir says, Arkan the Cruel, may we discuss this amongst ourselves for a few minutes? Persuasion check. Arkan says, of course.
Thank you.
So as we head over, so I'll just move this back to here. Hazir says, so. That's all he says. He says, so. And it leaves it at that.
Flick says, do you think he really wants that, or do you think he's testing us?
Eisen says, you saw his hand, right? You guys saw his hand, right?
Yes. Is there some significance to it?
That's the hand of Vecna. With it, he wields immense power, but the cost of it's hurting him. My guess is he wants this life so he can, especially a good line creature, would probably allow him to stay alive a bit longer. Because the hand probably hurts him a bit. This will probably allow him to stave off this injury that provides.
Do you think there's any other way to accomplish the same goal without sacrificing a creature?
Well, I have a theory.
I'm all ears.
My theory is that maybe if multiple of us were willing to sacrifice some blood, or like willingly give like some of our strength to him, that might serve the same purpose.
I would totally be open to that. That would
How
certainly
many
be
saying that?
Huh?
Who's saying that and how many? It's gotta be actually good, not neutral, not evil.
Oh, sod.
So Lulu is gonna have to be persuaded to do this. I'm betting.
Flick is out of the running because he's neutral. Cassandra is chaotic good, and Allie is chaotic good. So they both qualify, and they're completely on board with offering a blood exchange rather than in order to not offer a creature's life.
Yeah, I had changed up a little bit because technically he would not have accepted that otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really being a bit different in the book here. So Lulu's gonna help too because her blood's gonna be really valuable to him. Mm-hmm. So just Vereen refuses because she doesn't want to give him any satisfaction.
Of course she doesn't.
She thinks none of us should give him any blood. We could probably take it by force, she thinks. To which Isaac proceeds to roll his eyes a mile and a half.
Alright, we all look at her very sternly and explain, no.
Hazir says, you want to end your life? Feel free. But don't take us down with you.
Allie says, no. She doesn't even get to try. We will stop her.
Fair point. So, as you guys make your decision to Arkan, let's see if you can persuade him to do this, because you have advantages because you're making a pretty fair offer.
Okay.
So, persuasion from one character with advantage, and I'm lowering the DC quite a bit here.
Oh, good. Alright, well, let's go with Cassandra then. With advantage.
Yes.
That's a 22.
Pass. He accepts it, so I'm just going to give you guys a layer or two of exhaustion.
Okay.
Which amount of blood you're having to give.
Okay.
So
how many levels of exhaustion?
2.
And you'll have to refresh me on what that means.
I'm looking it up, don't worry. Ha! There we go. Speed halved and disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
As give us the entire reliquary that he carries around his neck and bids us
we give
farewell.
him the orb and the blood.
Yep. He's very happy to have it.
Good.
Because he really doesn't want anyone else to have the orb.
Okay.
The orb.
And
So
we shall make our way slowly back to our demon grinder.
Yep. We might be able to bring it with us if we wanted, but so while we're taking it back, everyone else can take like a long rest or two as we're driving back. So roll 2d6.
6 and 5.
Okay. You man, over this period of time of sorry, 10 hours. So we managed to get our so you all managed to get a long rest and remove all your exhaustion.
Oh, we get all of it cleared? Excellent.
Yeah. So you managed to remove the exhaustion. You pretty much finished up by the time we get back to Uldrak's grave.
Okay.
Uldrak is like, oh, you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Do they have it? How do they have it? I wonder, do they? He's pretty much chatting to himself like a monkey.
We have it. Now, what were we supposed to do? Just scatter it on the...
He has to spill it.
He has to spill it. Okay.
He quickly takes and goes, and as this happens, his fiendish form pretty much just splits. Like you see the skin just like, and he goes from being about yay big to being about yay big.
Mm-hmm. And doesn't look like a spine devil anymore?
Nope. He looks pretty much like, well, one of those. He looks like a pretty, I can find an image of it pretty much, but he's laughing gleefully, but yanks his sword from the ground and goes, as promised. And rides with a gallon of his blood, because he promised.
Okay.
He puts it in a jug.
Very kind of him. We thank him.
As done, he then goes, back to Surtur I go.
Alrighty, so I guess we need to head back to Ralzala.
Yep. Roll 2d6.
Pair of 3s.
Okay, let's see what I can find. There should be a map of Avernus somewhere around here I can use, so... I know that's Elturel. I need to find the map of Avernus. Ah, here we go. Okay, so... Roll a d20 on this.
When you say on that, you mean I'm rolling
Yes, you're rolling on this. See where we land. We end up at... We landed right back at... Okay, so let's see, that was closest to the... We landed going to start. We ended right back at Old Jack's grave. So, roll again.
Okay.
Then, yeah, the d6s.
1 and 6.
We end up back there after... Let's see, that'll be...
After a long detour.
After taking a circular route. I like it. Okay, Ralzala gulps down the blood of
Uldrak,
yeah, that.
the Titan.
And proceeds to say, thank you. And even helps you destroy the demon zapper.
Excellent.
And then after doing that,
So now is moon color free?
Yep. I'm going to use this for moon color. It's like,
okay.
Ralzala then scribbles her letter of introduction onto a balsat tablet and says, my thanks. And immediately heads out.
Okay, so now we have a tablet of introduction.
To Bell, yes.
Okay.
Where'd you put that group loot?
Oh, I didn't put it in group loot. Sorry, I put it in events. Let's see.
I'll put it there.
Thank you.
Tablet of introduction Bell. So, where do you want to head next?
Okay. Does Lulu have any more ideas now? Because she's the one who directed us to that place, and we seem to have done everything related to that place, and I don't know that...
She thinks that we're going to have to head to Bell next.
Okay. Alright, let's go talk to Bell.
2d4?
What do we know about Bell?
So after everything I've told you already, not much. But you can give me an Arcana check or religion check to figure out more. Former Archdevil, used to rule Avernus, then Zariel replaced him, so probably pretty grumpy about that. I used to rule the world.
Arcana or religion, you said?
Yeah.
25.
Pretty powerful guy, but notoriously strategically military-minded. Sorry, brain fart. Very smart military boy.
Okay. And we don't know why we're going to see him.
Yeah,
we're just hoping that when we get there, Lulu will say, "Oh, I know why we're here."
Yeah.
4 and 3.
I should have something else. No. A gargantuan volcano dominates the horizon. Clouds of ash and fire spew from its caldera, and the air trembles with its angry grumbling. A vast, multi-layered fortress has been hewn into the volcano's rocky slopes. So, as you approach, a pair of horned devils and 10 bearded devils approach. Horned devils. Wrong one. Horned devils. So we're like right about here on this thing level. When the devils ride towards us. That was a lot of fun to say. I'm not sorry about it. I'm still trade them with this. So how do you respond as they approach, looking really angry? There's 2 of each.
So, sorry, we're arriving at our destination.
Yeah.
Why is Moon Color still on the board?
She wants to stay with us. Yeah, she come with us.
Aww.
She's nowhere else she can go. It would probably be safer for her to be here than anywhere else.
Okay.
She has no plan or teleportation abilities.
Alright, so we have 2 horned devils, and what are the other things?
Beard devil, beard devil, beard devil, beard devil, etc., etc.
Okay.
Each one of these is 2 bearded devils.
Do we think these are Bell's gate guards, or do we think these are random interceptory gangs?
They seem to be gate guards as they approach. One of them calls it, "What business have you being at Bell's fortress?"
This is going to be difficult.
What?
Well, because the truthful answer is we don't know.
Or why have you come, something like that.
Yeah.
So.
And we don't know that either. Lulu just wanted to come, and we're hoping that she figures out what we're here to do once she sees him.
Okay.
Okay. Do we know enough about Bell?
We know our overall goal, and we do know that he might be able to help with that.
Yeah, what I was getting ready to ask is, do we know enough about Bell to know whether he would be sympathetic to our cause or not?
You think that as a rival of Zariel's, yes, to a degree. For more information, you'll have to give me a religion check as always.
Okay.
Because devils would probably want, as he who was once king of Avernus, or Archdevil of Avernus, he would probably want Aunt Zariel out, if not redeemed, if not just out, if not redeemed entirely. He wants her just out of Avernus, and redeemed would be pretty nice. That's because she can't come back and take over.
Okay.
But you don't know how far they'll go to being sympathetic to our cause itself. Like, is he going to actually aid us, or is he just going to be like, "I will not stop you"? Really depends.
Okay. Well, I feel like Cassandra needs to take the lead because she's more persuasive, and this is going to require a shit ton of persuasion. Doggone it, I did it again. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting you're recording this. Language.
Oh. I didn't notice.
Thank you. Well, I apologize to your viewers. So, Allie gestures Cassandra forward, and Cassandra announces that we're here so that Lulu might speak with Belle.
Lulu? What's a Lulu? What? What are you talking about?
So does this thing have windows at the front that they can see through? Can they see us?
Yeah. Well, let me find the image
Alright,
of
then Cassandra beckons Lulu forward.
Lulu can actually fly on top of it because, I'll find an image of it for you because technically it doesn't even have, like, windows. It's pretty much like an open air thing with just, like, a screen in front. It's more like a giant motorcycle. It's like, this is what it looks like. You're seeing, like, right about there.
Okay.
So, like, everyone else, like, seeing, like, actually we're seeing right about there, so. So. There you go. A Hollyphant? Got a reason to be here? Or a reason we should allow you in? We're gonna need reason to allow you in.
Sherry to Brendan.
Eisen and thinks that means we're gonna need to show them the tablet of introduction.
Thank you. I'm sorry, my brain is just completely shut down.
I figured.
I'm sorry. Cassandra holds forth the tablet of introduction and says,
Will this do?
Is this sufficient reason?
One of them flies forwards, looks at it and goes, that'll do. They then lead you in. Yeah.
I apologize again.
If you want to stop now, we can.
No, I don't. I'm just not at the top of my game, literally.
Yeah.
But,
So, you arrive in the descent into the forge. An iron-wrought spiral staircase descends into a cavernous forge. Channels of bubbling lava wind through the complex, casting fiery light over huge anvils. Chained giants with coal-black skin and fiery orange hair hammer out weapons under the malignant gaze of a pit fiend sit on a flying throne. Throughout the forge, sparks fall like rain. I just made sure for him, so, yeah.
So the pit fiend seated on a fiery throne, I assume, is our host.
Yeah, let's put this right there, put this there. So as we approach, he says, "What reason have you come to speak with me?"
So he's asking the reason, not the justification, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why have we come?
So Cassandra steps forward again and says, yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to notice the right close together.
We were attempting to restore our friend's memory, and we were directed to you.
Zariel's former ally, I see.
That is correct.
My.
How is Lulu reacting?
She's looking like rather nervous, but a little eager as well. Because she thinks he knows something.
Okay.
He says, I can divulge the location of... So you wish to know... That's right. Let me start over. Okay. That was a mess. Ignore that. He says, so you wish to know where the means to redeem Zariel are, don't you?
Cassandra looks over at Lulu and...
Lulu's all ears and eyes, literally and metaphorically. She's going, and
says, Yes, that is the primary focus of Lulu's desire to regain her memories, would be to redeem her friend.
Well, I would like you to retrieve 9 adamantine rods that were stolen from my forge by Zariel's spies. Once all 9 rods are returned to me, I am willing to divulge the location of the Bleeding Citadel. I know a way you may be able to find it. Speak with a Sybarex that was recently captured by my spies. They're hoarders of forbidden lore, and this one has been a good source of information for me. It might know where Zariel's spies hid the adamantine rods.
So he's saying that he has a captive, and he wants us to interrogate them.
Yes.
Okay.
See if we can find out where it hid the rods, and then we can find it.
Okay. But his people have had no luck in the interrogation.
Well, they had a lot of luck with different parts of the interrogation, but he hasn't asked about this part yet.
Okay.
He adds, if you wanted to reach it, I can provide you with a barge used to ply the river Styx.
Sorry, if we want to reach the person we're going to be interrogating, we have to cross the river Styx?
I'll provide you with a barge to do so, yes. It's just safe. There'll be marital law doing it.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, Cassandra thanks him, and says we'll proceed right away.
Of course. He goes like this, waves his hand over you guys, and then suddenly you're back at the surface.
Okay.
And Imp's waiting for you and goes, cool, you're ready. Cool. Okay, ready. Got it. Emily leads you to the barge. And there's an iron road leading from Bell's Forge to the barge. And it's patrolled by bearded devils, and so you gotta take the barge?
Yes, we are.
Oh, this is the barge, so as you arrive at the barge, it's this is not going to be useful for it? Okay, never mind, we'll use this actually. This is the barge.
Okay.
It has demon skulls and bones lashed to the sides of it, and 12 Maragons under the command of a, what is the mage I need for this? I had a mage for this perfectly. There it is, pass me that. Bone boy. Under the command of a bone devil will operate the
ferry?
yeah, the
barge.
barge, or oars, yep.